Hokage+Crossing+Invincible+Single female Lead+Dominance, crossing through Naruto into a whirlpool and obtaining a super check.in system. You can obtain incredible abilities by simply checking in at a specific location. Hinata. Naruto has always been so strong, I've seen it all the way. Hinata Hinata. Giving your daughter to you is what I think is the most correct thing. Uchiha Sasuke. Naruto, I recognize you now. I, Uchiha Sasuke, am willing to follow you. Nine Tails. I never thought that I would be fooled by this guy. Gangsho. I have a blind confidence in Naruto, his strength is stronger than I imagined. Shao Organization. This man can't afford it. Run. He must run. Nagato. Naruto Vortex, I agree with what you said about peace. Third generation. This Naruto is too strong to fight. He can't even fight. Naruto. I am invincible, you can do whatever you want. The previous life was not satisfactory, this life must be free and unrestrained. Chapter 1. Ding. Finally here. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In a simple and cramped old-fashioned apartment. A blond little boy lay flat on a small bed, his eyes empty as he looked at the ceiling, as if expecting something. Damn it, what about my grandfather's welfare as a traveler? I'm waiting so much that the flowers are almost withering. That's right, at this moment, the child lying in bed is no longer the one who shouted to be a fire shadow, but a traveler. 4 years ago, he was too excited to stay up late and play Naruto. On a dark and stormy night, he experienced a sharp pain in his chest. Then his eyes turned black, and when he opened them again, he had already traveled to the world of Hokage, becoming a newly born Naruto. For the past 4 years, he has received meticulous care from the monkey-flying Sun Slayer. Or rather, being monitored. During this period, the 3 generations of fire shadow monkeys flew and killed the sun, and a thoughtful teacher was arranged. Responsible for teaching him the language of this world and spreading the will of fire to him, telling him how powerful the fire shadow is. But now this Naruto wants to have the powerful power to quell chaotic times. What he is worried about now is the ninja world war instigated by Banyi in a few years and the twisted enemy of Kaguya. He has no interest in any Hokage at all. However, in front of the monkey-flying sun slash, he still pretended to want to become the Hokage and protect the village. The initial strength is not enough, we have to work hard. Now, he is 4 years old and still lives in such a run-down apartment, living a miserable life. This is not the treatment that the protagonist deserves. Feeling the few coins left in his wallet, Naruto sighed helplessly. A bowl of the cheapest Yile Lamian noodles costs 5 silver coins. Unfortunately, there are only 4 in the pocket. Damn ape-flying old man, that's why he gave me so much. He's trying to starve me to death. Naruto thought of his mother, and at least the Whirlpool clan was also a prestigious family, so they wouldn't have fallen to this extent, would they? Furthermore, as a 4th-generation member of Hokage, wasn't Watergate also diligent in completing tasks and making money before becoming Hokage? There's no reason why I'm so poor like this, right? Have all my money been confiscated? Or were they taken by those 3 generations of old men to buy cigarettes? This old smoker, only focused on enjoying himself, left the orphan of the hero guarding the village aside. It has to be said that he cannot get the will of fire mentioned by ape-flying sun slash. Goo 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 goo. Naruto's stomach started to scream uncontrollably. Habitually opening an old-fashioned double-decker refrigerator with expired milk boxes inside, as for the rest this miserable life. When will it be ahead? Ding, the super check.in system is currently binding, 3, 2, 1, binding successful. The voice of a little girl suddenly rang out in Naruto's mind. The super check.in system allows hosts to receive generous rewards every time they clock in at the designated location specified by the system. The rewards are random and depend on the host's luck. The beginner's gift package has been delivered, may I ask if you want to open it? What? Brother's golden finger has finally arrived. Naruto knelt down on the ground, crying uncontrollably. Not long ago, he once thought he had been abandoned by the system, and his whole person fell into despair. In the original work, Naruto is a cultivator who almost always abuses himself, which is why he achieved the position of Hokage and gained powerful power. But in his past life, he was just a dead and useless house in his 20s, still playing games with his phone. It's impossible to make him work hard. Open it, open it. Quickly open it for me. Naruto was ecstatic with excitement, blowing his nose and wiping away his tears, eagerly waiting for the system's sound to sound. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the reincarnation eye. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the complete version of Nine-Tailed One. Congratulations to the host, you have learned the ninjutsu Great Jade Spiral Pill. Considering the difficult situation of the host, in order to avoid premature death, the system provides a special humanitarian start-up fund of 10 million silver coins. System, do you want to be so awesome? I'm just a child. Is this normal? Naruto walked up to the mirror and looked at his sapphire blue eyes, which had transformed into two more divine eyes, feeling a bit uncomfortable. Will this pair of eyes be recognized by anyone? But theoretically speaking, there seem to be very few people who know reincarnation eyes, so there shouldn't be much to worry about. And, what's wrong with this purple reincarnation eye? I remember it doesn't even exist in the anime, right? Forget it, just be handsome. System, get me 10,000 silver coins. Naruto excitedly rubbed his hands. Wow! In an instant, a pile of silver coins fell from the sky, submerging Naruto's entire body for most of it. So much. Naruto trembled and took out the empty little golden pig, then collapsed into it, fully packed. In the future, I can finally eat something good. Give expired milk to the dog to drink. Look at what it looks like to starve the child. Looking at his slender figure in the mirror, Naruto couldn't help but shake his head. Eating some nutritious instant noodles for 3 meals a day is really bitter. Recalling his dog-like life a few years ago, Naruto shed tears uncontrollably. Forget it, the past is unbearable to look back on. When I become stronger in the future, let's see who else dares to exploit me. After a brief glance at his room, Naruto found that it was indeed a bit messy. In recent years, his decadent lifestyle has made his room a bit messy. However, isn't this system here? We can't waste it anymore. Naruto picked up the broom next to his bed and started cleaning it up. The room was not big, with only a small white bed, a rectangular table, a small wooden cabinet, and a small white refrigerator, almost occupying the entire room. After spending 2 or 3 hours, Naruto finally cleaned everything up completely new. Although he felt a bit tired, after resting for a while, he became full of energy again. Naruto couldn't help but feel that his Vortex clan bloodline is quite reliable, and of course, it may also be influenced by the 9 tails in his body. After taking a shower, Naruto walked downstairs and prepared to go to the street to buy something delicious. It's morning now, the sun is rising high, and the weather is starting to get a bit hot. Naruto was walking on the road, with occasional glances from his side, his eyes filled with indescribable indifference and coldness. Did you see that child? Remember, don't play with him. Stay away from that child, he will hurt you. Why is this monster still running around? Shouldn't it be locked up? A bunch of piercing sounds entered Naruto's ears. Naruto chose to ignore him directly, but he has traveled through time. You see, he is not satisfied and does not cause much harm to him. Naruto walked into a nearby convenience store. Although the store was not large, its contents were quite complete, with wooden shelves filled with various products. Naruto carefully scanned over, picked up a few canned beef and a bunch of small snacks, stuffed his hands full, and prepared to walk over to checkout. Bang! I don't know what tripped me, but something in Naruto's hand came out and hit the boss in the face. Upon regaining consciousness, it turned out to be a foot. Looking up along the foot, there was a face full of ridicule. "You monster, why don't you die? My wife died because of you." The middle-aged man roared at Naruto. Others also cast malicious glances upon seeing the situation. Naruto lowered his head and quietly picked up what had been thrown on the ground, then walked towards the cashier again. It's really sad. Naruto feels a bit pitiful for the man in front of him, but compared to his actions, Naruto feels even more hateful. How could he say that he's only a 4-year-old child now? Although Naruto tried to ignore it as much as possible, the malice was quite uncomfortable. After hastily buying something, Naruto rushed back home. Chapter 2. A Person's Solitary Life. You are listening at novelfull.audio. I'm back. Naruto threw the packaging bag in his hand onto the bed and collapsed weakly. Although I have been mentally prepared for it for a long time, this feeling of loneliness is really uncomfortable. In theory, one's personality usually has many friends, but in reality, one can only be alone. No matter what, replenish energy, turn sadness and anger into motivation, eat and it's over. I started. Naruto picked up the fresh milk he had just bought from a convenience store in one hand, and took out canned beef in the other, starting today's breakfast. After finishing, Naruto began a day of training. At this moment, a small figure quickly passed through the grass in the forest of leaves, and a sword in his hand shot towards the target with a swish. Hee. Watching the bullseye accurately hit not far away, Naruto couldn't help but smile. Passing through the dense trees, Naruto kicked his feet hard and bounced out, hanging on a large tree, scanning the scenery in front of him back and forth. It has to be said that the primitive forest of Mai is quite beautiful, and Naruto is gradually immersed in it, unable to extricate himself. Gaga gaga, a group of black crows suddenly burst out. Bang! Naruto was startled and fell down, hitting the ground heavily. Lying flat on the soft grass, Naruto looked up at the azure sky before him and unknowingly fell asleep. Goo 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 goo, what sound? Naruto quickly got up and nervously looked around. Feeling the heaviness of his stomach, Naruto sighed helplessly. Isn't this not eaten for long? Why are you hungry? How about going to the supermarket to buy some more goods? Let's go as soon as we say. The stars in the sky are shaking northward. Naruto instinctively touched his pocket and said, I wiped it, I forgot to bring the money. By the way, this timeless rustic sportswear should also be changed. After all, people rely on clothing, Buddha relies on gold clothing. Looking back on my father, the shining yellow leaves of wood and his beautiful clothes have captivated countless young girls. As his son, I can't be too inferior no matter what. Well, bring more. Whoosh! Naruto quickly ran back to the cabin. Carrying a cloth wallet from the corner of the bed, and then taking out the little golden pig, he fiercely came a few times before excitedly leaving the house. Naruto lowered his head and walked down the street, trying not to face the gaze of others. Come over quickly, don't get close to that child. The middle-aged woman on the side grabbed the little girl playing ball not far from Naruto and hurried back. Bang 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 bang. In a hurry, a small ball slowly rolled to Naruto's feet. Naruto picked it up and gently threw it over. Looking at the girl with a somewhat frightened gaze, Naruto sighed helplessly. Then, with his head down, he continued walking forward. Well, it's that child. I heard that the 4th generation died because of him. Don't play with him, remember. All along the way, there were various sounds, but without a doubt, they all carried a lot of malice. Although he was mentally prepared when he came out, his young soul still couldn't bear it. After sorting out the distractions in his mind, Naruto quickly walked to the nearby supermarket. As soon as Naruto walked in, he saw various types of food, daily necessities, etc. placed on the exquisite iron frame. Rubbing his hands, Naruto quickly locked onto his target, sweeping away a pile of instant noodles, candies, drinks, toothbrushes, dental cups, pillowcases, and other items. Boss! Check out! Naruto arrogantly shook out a pile of silver coins from his wallet. The boss's face wasn't very good at first, but seeing so much money, the malice on his face also faded a lot. System, do you have a warehouse or something? Naruto looked at the pile of goods in front of him, and couldn't help but sweat for himself. Brother is just a 4-year-old child. Although there is a soul in its 20s living inside its body, its current physical fitness can only reach the level of 6 or 7 years old. Host, there is. Put it in. Whoosh! So, right under the boss's nose, a bunch of things disappeared out of thin air. Naruto didn't explain much and left empty-handed, patting his buttocks. It's really strange, that kid just now. The boss scratched the back of his head and looked at the figure in the distance in confusion. Not bad, the days ahead can be exciting. Is there a property panel or something in the system? As Naruto was walking on the road, he suddenly thought of the essential attribute panel for the Pathfinder. If he didn't have it, wouldn't it be justifiable? System, call up the property panel. Ding. The system is calling up the property panel. Host. Naruto Vortex, Constitution. 5.0, Power. 1.9, Spirit. 2.1, Speed. 1.8, the average value for ordinary men above is 1.0, pet full version of Nine-Tailed 1, residual blood version of Nine-Tailed, in Seal, personality charm. 100%, ninjutsu. Daiyu spiral pill, chuck pull. 0 calories, subordinate. 0, one card is approximately equal to the amount of Kakashi chakra in the upper ninja banner. What? Do you have any subordinates saying that? Naruto was a bit puzzled and asked with his head tilted. Host, in the check.in reward, you may draw any ninja in the world of Hokage as a powerful support for you to conquer the world, and once drawn, you will never betray. Good guy. Does this not encourage me to conquer the world of Hokage? Not bad. How come this charm value is 0.100? The host's current situation is no less than what people call a street mouse, so this value is actually normal. The cold sound of the system rang out again. Although our identity may seem awkward, our physique is truly enviable. Naruto looked at his attribute panel and chuckled. By the way, these two outfits are not suitable. In the original work, Naruto's timeless sportswear has almost faded. If it weren't for the good quality, they probably wouldn't be able to wear it anymore. Looking at his dusty sportswear again, Naruto propped his chin and began to think. Do you still remember that in the original work, Sakura was also so infatuated with Sasuke because of his handsome appearance? On the other hand, when looking at herself, this outfit, coupled with her own face, was really ugly and even made herself look a bit comical. Although I don't like Sakura, I can't let my character collapse no matter what. Well, clothing stores, choose expensive and good-looking ones. One word. Buy. Naruto walked to a nearby clothing store and strode in with his head held high. Hello, may I help you? A beautiful little sister, about 17 or 18 years old, walked towards her with a gentle expression on her face. But as soon as he saw that the person coming was Naruto, his face immediately turned black. This group of people is real. One by one, they were bitter and deeply resentful. Present all the most handsome clothes in your store. Naruto's small body stands straight, perhaps this is the power of money. The little sister couldn't help but tremble when she heard it. Where did this little devil get so much money? It wouldn't have been for some bad reason, right? At such a young age, just thinking of all the rumors about the child in front of her in the village, the little sister's originally gloomy face became even more unsightly. "That's all, you choose for yourself." Miss rudely threw the clothes over. Naruto's small hands struggled to hold on to his clothes. Then he slowly placed it on the iron frame beside him, blinking his eyes as he looked over one by one. "Well, everything is pretty good. Wrap it all up," Naruto said indifferently. "What? This little devil, so rich. Anyway, selling it was just making a profit." Thinking about it, her originally gloomy mood improved a bit. "Little devil. Are you sure?" the little sister asked again with some unease. In his opinion, a little ghost wearing a rustic sportswear had such a big hand, which made him somewhat suspicious. Naruto didn't hesitate to ask the system to retrieve the wallet, and then pretended to take it out of his back pocket. Silver coins rolled out one after another, and the little sister couldn't even move her eyes. As the saying goes, customers are God. As a wealthy god, one must give some thin noodles, right? Is it enough? Naruto blinked his bright big eyes and asked innocently. Chapter 3. The Legend of Yile Lamian Noodles. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Enough, enough. You little devil. There's nothing I can do about you. The little sister also showed a rare smile and reached out to touch Naruto's forehead. Hee. Naruto gave the little sister a slight smile and then ran over to pay the bill happily, holding onto his clothes. This is one of the few beautiful scenes he has seen in this world. Although it is not ruled out that the little sister may have been overwhelmed by her powerful money ability, it is also a moment worth celebrating. A total of 2,000 silver coins. A middle-aged beauty with an unkind expression spoke coldly. Naruto was not hesitant either, shaking out a pile of silver coins from his wallet and counting them carefully. After a while, Naruto pushed a pile of silver coins in front of the boss and said, 2,000 coins, Auntie, would you like to count them? Naruto tries to behave like a normal child. Alright, take your things and get out of here. The beautiful woman tried her best to restrain herself, as if she was about to explode the next moment. Fortunately, my own money ability works, otherwise those guys might have done something to me. In the office of the Monkey Flying Sun / in the Huiying building. An old man holding a cigarette but widened his eyes, and a thick surprise appeared on his calm face. Naruto, didn't I arrange for it? Let him live a difficult life and hone his character well. Why, he's living a more nourishing life than me all of a sudden. Ape Flying Sun / stared at the crystal ball in front of him, looking incredulous. Remember that before the death of the fourth generation, they entrusted Naruto to themselves to take good care of him. However, isn't everyone leaving now? Whether to take care of it or not is not up to me, the old man. Thinking about it, Ape Flying Sun / suddenly showed a despicable expression. But what's wrong with Nima these past few days? Don't tell me that Naruto won a big prize in the lottery. Regarding this statement, he couldn't believe it to death. As someone who enjoys peeping into Naruto's life, he didn't realize that Naruto has this hobby either. How did this money come from? It's also a question. You guys, let me take a look. Naruto, this kid, what's going on lately? Ape Flying Sun turned his head and said to several members of the dark side. Yes, Lord Huiying. Several figures wearing forehead protectors quickly rushed out of the room upon hearing the words. Naruto, I hope you don't cause any trouble for me, otherwise an imperceptible coldness suddenly flashed on Ape Flying Sun's kind face. At the same time, Naruto was walking on the street holding a pile of clothes when suddenly a cold current hit his face. Is it going to snow? Naruto looked at the snowflakes swirling in the sky, feeling somewhat bewildered. In his past life, he could be said to have never seen snow from childhood to adulthood. At this moment, he was like a child, showing an innocent smile. Standing on the street, quietly watching the snowflakes dancing in the sky. Hiss, it's so cold. Let's go back and change clothes first. Naruto wrapped his hands around his chest and quickly walked towards his small cabin. I'm back. Naruto, feeling a bit tired, pushed open the wooden door and walked in. Whoosh, a pile of clothes was thrown onto the bed by Naruto. Naruto lay in bed, his gaze fixed on the snow outside the window. How beautiful. Just like the world in fairy tales. How about it? Go out for a walk. Naruto took an arrow step and flashed down. Brush, a black cloak wrapped around his body, and a white scarf wrapped around his neck, creating a vivid color conflict. Naruto looked in the mirror, admiring his masterpiece. Yoshi. Let's go one by one. Naruto rushed out like he had been beaten with chicken blood. Ha, a more fierce cold current is coming towards us. Ah, Joe. Naruto was caught off guard and couldn't help but shiver. In the snow, a small figure slowly moved, its eyes occasionally looking towards the distant sky. Goo, suddenly, a loud cry came from his stomach, and Naruto couldn't help but be taken aback. Have you finished your calves? I just focused on going to the supermarket to stock up, but I haven't had lunch yet. Yile, Lamian Noodles' door. A small figure looked around, seemingly looking forward to something. Quickly, Naruto walked in comfortably and sat proficiently in a nearby corner. It seems that due to the cold weather, there are not many customers in the store at this time. There was only a middle-aged man dressed in a white chef's uniform, squinting his eyes and carefully stirring the soup. Uncle Yile, please have 3 bowls of the largest deluxe Lamian noodles. Naruto said boldly. Previously, Naruto had also come here, but at that time, due to financial constraints, he could only watch others feast with envious eyes after each meal, which was really uncomfortable. That's also why he ordered 3 orders alone this time. It's Naruto, wait a moment. The noodle soup is almost ready, and it was the most delicious when it first came out. Uncle Yile smiled happily when he saw Naruto coming to take care of his business again. Looking at Uncle Yile, who was busy, Naruto had a myriad of thoughts. What kind of unknown secrets are hidden under an ordinary chef's uniform? Looking back, it seems that Uncle Yile's eyes have never opened. Moreover, he is one of the few people in Kiba who will not discriminate against Naruto. The reason why Naruto likes to come here to eat noodles is not only because it is delicious, but also because I think the more important thing is to feel the kindness of Uncle Yile. Naruto carefully scrutinized Uncle Yile's every move and did not find any abnormalities. Thinking of the former sand sculpture netizens who referred to him as Uncle Yile, also known as the Guanmu Yile, Naruto once again turned his gaze to Uncle Yile's eyes. Look up, look down, look left, look right, there is only a glimmer of sky, opposite to it. Naruto couldn't help but feel a bit dizzy. Even if there were 6, 9, and 12 cycles of reincarnation, he couldn't see them. Naruto frowned and sat aside, unable to come up with a good solution. No matter what, fill your stomach first before you have the strength to think. Before long, a strong aroma came from afar. Uncle Yile skillfully brought up 3 bowls of noodles. Looking at the huge amount of Lamian noodles, Naruto couldn't help swallowing saliva. I can finally have a good meal this time, poor child. In the huge bowl, delicious and plump red prawns are neatly arranged in a circle, and the fat and lean dolphin bones and meat look very tempting. Coupled with white and protruding quail eggs and various vegetables as decorations, it looks very attractive. The whole bowl of soup naturally emits a strange aroma. Although this is a small noodle shop, the Lamian noodles inside is delicious. Naruto picked up a pair of chopsticks and started working without saying a word. Not long after, 2 empty bowls were neatly stacked aside by Naruto. I can't eat it anymore. Naruto looked at the remaining bowl with some surprise. Forget it, pack it and take it away. Ha ha ha. Uncle Yile couldn't help but burst into laughter as he looked at Naruto's expression of wanting but unable to eat. Uncle Yile, could you please help me pack it up? Naruto awkwardly said. Naruto, I can't eat so much. You can order less next time. Uncle Yile turned his head and said. Okay. Cut, I was actually looked down upon, but it's not realistic to want to eat so much at this age. Uncle Yile, I'm leaving. Naruto reached out to take Yile's packaging bag and waved at him. Slow down. Come back when you have time. For some reason, Yile had an inexplicable sense of familiarity with the child in front of him, perhaps because of the Nine Tails rebellion back then. This child was indeed quite pitiful. After saying goodbye to Uncle Yile, Naruto walked back slowly with hot Lamian noodles. On the My Street, a few shadows can be seen from time to time, but soon they all disappear. Soon, only a small figure was left walking slowly. Although he even wore a scarf around his neck when he came out, Naruto's small face was still flushed with cold. Chapter 4. First Meeting with Hinata. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. This weather is so cold. Naruto shrank his neck and struggled to step on the thick snow, occasionally exhaling a breath of white air from his mouth. On the other side of the street, a little girl wearing black clothes was running in the snow, running very fast, and tears occasionally flashed in the corners of her eyes as she ran. Bang! The girl accidentally fell into the snow. However, he then got up again. Bang! The girl fell again, this time she didn't choose, but squatted in the snow crying. What are you doing? Naruto, walking on the road, looked at the little girl squatting in the snow not far away and walked over curiously. How can we stay in such a place? Don't worry about crying. Naruto said and walked up to the girl. Hinata looked at the Naruto in front of her, feeling somewhat bewildered. Where is your home? I really can't do anything about you, let's go. Naruto picked up Hinata's hand and ran. Hinata looked at the boy with eyes full of light and ran along in a daze. In no time, the two of them came to a huge house. Your family is really big. You, with such a big family, why do you still cry? Naruto looked at the big house in front of him, with a hint of desolation in his eyes. Like me, there's no one around me, but I never cry. As Naruto spoke, he smiled at Hinata. Hinata looked at the sunny big boy in front of her and felt an inexplicable emotion in her heart. Goodbye. By the way, my name is Naruto Vortex. As he spoke, Naruto waved his hand towards Hinata and ran away. Hinata looked at the disappearing figure in the distance and couldn't help but feel a bit lost in thought. That should be my future wife Hinata, right? Naruto walked on the road, constantly reminiscing about the memories from earlier. In order to avoid any accidents, Naruto decided to develop according to the original route. But Xiao Chu-tian is really cute. Naruto is also quite insightful. Naruto thought and hummed a song as he walked back. Upon seeing the dozens of square meters wooden house again, Naruto suddenly collapsed like a plucked rooster in place. Forget it, brother is a sunny and cheerful big boy. After adjusting his emotions, Naruto calmly pushed open the wooden door and walked in. I'm back. Naruto jumped up and onto the bed. By the way, what's wrong with this system? It's been so long and I haven't received a check that I end task yet. However, on second thought, he realized that his current physical condition was indeed unable to control powerful energy. Who? A white figure suddenly flashed in from outside the window. Naruto, I'm your Hokage grandpa. I haven't seen you for some days, you've grown so big. An old man wearing a gray robe, with an old face and wrinkles, but looking very energetic, appeared in front of Naruto. The old man calmly took out an old pipe and began to swallow the clouds and smoke. Soon, an unpleasant odor filled the room. This guy. Isn't it a cheap batch of third-generation fire shadow ape flying old dogs? Naruto looked at the person who suddenly appeared in front of him with some surprise, but soon he was relieved. Naruto had already figured out the careful machine of the third generation, but it was just a few more. Naruto looked at the kind old man in front of him. Although he looked very kind and dressed similarly to a normal old man, everything was wrong in Naruto's eyes. Upon hearing the friendly greeting from the monkey flying son, Naruto nodded slightly and then walked to the nearby cabinet, picked up a pack of snacks, tore them open, and ate them on his own. Seeing Naruto showing some coldness towards him, Monkey Flying didn't get angry. Instead, he said gently, "Naruto, have you been in trouble lately? Tell Grandpa, compared to this vast world, human annoyance is really nothing." Naruto shook his head and didn't want to talk to him, continuing to eat. Ape Fei looked at Naruto, who was somewhat hesitant to enter, and felt embarrassed for a moment. Looking back on the past, I used this move to bewitch many ignorant young men and girls. Unexpectedly, I missed it today. But Monkey Fly didn't plan to give up. When I came just now, I saw you helping a little girl and encouraging her. You can see that you are really kind. Naruto turned his head slightly and pretended to listen. Upon seeing this scene, Monkey Fly became enthusiastic and continued, "Our mission in Konoha is to help each other and use our own energy to pass on the will of fire to the next generation. You have really done a great job. Naruto, remember that as long as you love the village and others, your life will be better." Monkey flew over and patted Naruto's shoulder. Despite some resistance and nausea, Naruto persevered and nodded. "This old thing, if it weren't for my brother's body not being able to handle such strong power now, let me see if I can't cut you off." Thinking that he was being treated as a pillar of human strength, constantly under surveillance, and living a life of being a lost dog in the village, Naruto had an impulse to rush over and beat the pretentious old man in front of him. Yuenfei saw that the effect was good, so he quickly took out the vegetables he bought from the market and cooked a big meal for Naruto. After looking at the things on the table, they were not bad either. Braised pork trotters in brown sauce, steamed crucian carp, sauce elbow. Naruto gave it a try and it was pretty good. Yuenfei probably wants to strike while the iron is hot, and continue to brainwash Naruto and teach him the will of fire during his meal time. Naruto naturally doesn't bird him, but his mouth moves slightly and he occasionally nods, meaning something. Monkey Flying saw that he was almost there, took out 2 scrolls from his back and handed them to Naruto. These are Chakra refining method and 3-body technique. Naruto, do you want to become a ninja? Naruto eagerly accepted it. I can tell that you really want to become a ninja. Can you tell Grandpa why you want to become a ninja? Monkey Fly asked again. Naruto propped his chin and said, I want to become stronger so that I can protect the person I want to protect. Not bad. Ape Fei nodded in satisfaction. Afterwards, Yuenfei talked to Naruto about some precautions for chakra extraction and 3-body technique, and then walked out of the room. Watching the monkey flying sun gradually fade away, Naruto spat fiercely on the ground. What kind of hanging hair? He came to teach me how to be a good person, not to see what kind of hanging hair he was. On the way, a hint of relief couldn't help but appear on the aging face of Ape Fei. It seems that this Naruto is still worth cultivating, and as my influence, it is still good. Over the years, he has indeed grown a lot. It seems that Tuanzang's strategy of spreading rumors to stimulate his character is quite effective, but we can't go too far, as the saying goes, things will go against the extreme. After returning to the Huiying building, the monkey flying sun heard from the shadow captain, notify the villagers to stop cursing him in person and treat him like a normal child. After speaking, a smile appeared on Ape Fei's wrinkled face, and then he took a deep puff at his cigarette. Ah Joe. Am I getting old? Ape Fei's hand holding the cigarette gun trembled for a moment, as it had just been choked by the smoke. No, it should be a smoking gun issue. Well, we need to go and get another one inside the wooden house. Naruto stared intently at the 2 scrolls in front of him, wanting to engrave all the words inside in his mind. Although the above steps may be a bit cumbersome, based on what I have learned from Hokage anime in my past life, I can still fully comprehend them. Naruto sat cross-legged on the bed, earnestly embarking on the first extraction of chakras. Chapter 5. Together with Jiuwei's big brother, Trick Jiuwei. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Naruto began to mobilize the physical energy and spiritual energy within his body according to the records in the scroll. Integrate physical energy and spiritual energy in a certain proportion through meridians to create the first chakra in the body. It has to be said that it is indeed magical, as if in cultivation, the spiritual energy of heaven and earth is condensed into the elixir field, and a warm feeling is transmitted from a certain position in the body. Naruto attempted to use this subtle chakra, but it seemed that it was too little, even his adult male mental power could not be easily pulled. By the way, in the world of ninjas, it's necessary to use specific fingerprints in order to make chakra work for oneself. Why are you so stupid? As he spoke, Naruto took out his three-body technique and began to study it. However, the amount of chakra in front of me is a bit small, and even using a more ordinary stunt double may not be enough. Thinking about it, Naruto continued to refine the chakra, hoping to make it stronger. Suddenly, Naruto felt a strange sensation coming from within his body. At the same time, in a dark and damp sealed space inside Naruto's body, a strange noise came from inside a huge cage. In the darkness, a pair of crimson giant erect pupils emitted a terrifying and fierce light. A monster with 9 tails widened its eyes and stared at Naruto, who was refining chakras, with a playful, brutal, and crazy gaze. You little devil. You actually want to extract chakras? Have you asked me? An extremely cold and gloomy sound came from the iron cage. Jiuwei saw the descendants of the person who had sealed him back then, and dared to extract chakras under his own nose. He immediately wanted to give him some color to taste. You have sealed me for so many years, then I will torture your son too. Jia jia jia. 9 tails projected a subtle red chakra, slowly seeping out of the iron cage and forcefully infusing Naruto's body. The purpose of the 9 tails is very simple. If you make me unhappy, I will make your son unhappy. Naruto was currently focused on condensing chakra when another chakra suddenly surged in. Pup Naruto suddenly felt a disturbance in his breath, his chest trembled, and the originally extracted strand of chakra was also washed away. Feeling the familiar and unfamiliar chakra in his body, Naruto's mouth slightly raised and he slowly opened his eyes. Jiuwei, you have finally appeared. It has been almost 5 years, right? The seal inside my body must have been broken by you, this guy. Although disturbed by the 9 tails, to be honest, Naruto was not angry. Because he has already figured out a solution. System, let me have a conversation with the 9 tails that I drew. At this moment, in a space in Naruto's mind, 1 person, 1 beast, and 4 eyes are facing each other. The scaled-down version of Naruto asked, are you the 9-tailed? Yes, master. The mini version of 9 tails obediently lies on the ground, with little eyes flickering as they look at Naruto. Later, you will see the 9 tails that look the same as you, and then you will accompany me in a play. Did you hear it clearly? Naruto said earnestly. Acting. How to act. Xiao Jiuwei scratched his furry head with his paws and looked at Naruto puzzled. Now, you are the big brother of the other 9-tailed one. Then, I will explain the origin and development to the other 9-tailed one, and you can cooperate on the side. Naruto said with ease. Is it just cooperation? Jiuwei asked again. So, I'll summon you out soon. Okay, master. After communicating with the other Kyoto in his mind, Naruto withdrew again. That's right, Naruto has a brilliant idea at this moment, using his memories of Naruto from his past life to deceive the mischievous 9-tailed creature in front of him. Within Naruto's sealed space, a small figure emerged. How did you little devil, come in? Inside the iron cage, a surprised voice came out. "Oh. Can't I come in?" Naruto gazed at the tall figure in the cage and spoke confidently. "Do you want to come up with it?" Naruto decided to take the initiative, seduce it with a wave, divert its attention, and prevent it from using negative emotions to affect itself. "You little devil, stop joking. With just you, if I take one bite, you'll be gone. What big talk are you talking about here?" Jiuwei excitedly tapped the iron cage with two huge claws, and his eyes stared fixedly at Naruto in front of him. "Are you created by the 6 old men?" Naruto said calmly. You guy. How did you know?" At this moment, Jiuwei's heart was also turbulent. In theory, apart from a few old guys, no one else could know about this kind of thing. "I know you were first controlled by the spot, then sealed inside the whirlpool Mito, then sealed inside the whirlpool Juxina, and then settled inside my body. I feel very unhappy. But have you forgotten what the 6 immortals told you?" Seeing Jiuwei's expression somewhat moved, Naruto continued. "You, in fact, have a brother who looks exactly like you. You may not know that." Naruto once again threw a heavyweight bomb, which made Kyoto's head dizzy. "What are you saying? It's impossible." The 9 huge tails inside the iron cage swayed wildly, and their breath became wild. "Jiuwei, come out." Bang! Meanwhile, another 9-tailed creature appeared outside the iron cage. With 4 eyes facing each other, the expression of the 9 tails inside the iron cage became very exciting. Feeling the same breath outside the cage, the furious Jiuwei began to calm down slowly. "I actually have a twin brother. Are you really my brother?" At this moment, Jiuwei, who is being held in an iron cage, still finds it difficult to accept. The 9 tails outside the cage made almost the same sound. Naruto looked at the scene before him and felt a sense of joy. There was a play. Why did you choose to believe in humans? Don't you know that they treat us like they treat an inanimate tool? 9-tailed 2 sharp claws collided heavily with the iron pillar, making a loud noise. He's different. Over the years, we've had a great time together. Maybe you can choose to try and believe in humans. The 9 tails outside the iron cage paused and spoke. "Little devil, I won't interfere with you anymore to gather chakra, but as for whether I can get my grandfather's approval, it depends on your performance." The 9-tailed tone inside the iron cage has softened a lot, but it still retains a hint of resentment towards humans. "Don't worry. One day, I will receive your recognition, 9 llamas." After Naruto finished speaking, his consciousness returned to the real world. Inside the iron cage. "This little devil, it's really interesting. He knows so much about me, maybe." Jiuwei was lying on the ground, pondering something. System, release the 9 tails in mini format. Naruto thought for a moment and decided to cultivate a good relationship with Jiuwei. He didn't notice before that this guy was really a godsend just now. "Master, you call me." A mini version of the 9 tails suddenly appeared in front of Naruto. Then he ran over affectionately, rubbing his 9 tails against Naruto's body. "Oh my, this feel is so comfortable, no wonder there are so many cat wrestlers. Come here, the master rewards you with a big hug." As he spoke, Naruto picked up the mini version of the 9 tails and vigorously kneaded them. "Master, your embrace is too heavy, I can't breathe anymore." Looking at the blushing 9 tails, Naruto awkwardly smiled and quickly released his hands. "Well done. You have the potential to win an Oscar, come on. Keep an eye on you," Naruto said and gave a thumbs up to 9 tails. Jiuwei looked at the strange gesture in front of him, although he didn't understand it, he could vaguely feel his master praising him and happily turned in circles in place. Chapter 6. 9-Tailed Chakra Model. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. "Jiuwei, let's punch each other." I need your strength. Naruto stared at Jiuwei and said with concentration. What? Punching. Xiao Jiuwei stood still, looking puzzled. Just merge your power with mine, let me use your power, and then we fight together. Naruto explained. Oh. Xiao Jiuwei nodded in confusion. Bang! Just as one person and one fox touched their fists, a dazzling golden light suddenly emitted from the room. What's going on? The several people who were secretly monitoring outside almost had their chins startled and quickly ran towards the distance. Bang! A powerful chakra surged in all directions, and everything inside the house was suddenly blown upside down. Naruto was draped in a cool orange-yellow cloak, and a black line appeared in his eyes, making him look incredibly supernatural. This powerful force really makes people feel overwhelmed. Naruto looked at himself and murmured to himself. Congratulations to the host, triggering the check that IN task, check that IN location. Naruto hut. Ding! Congratulations to the host. Successfully signed in and obtained immortal mode. The system prompted the sound, leaving Naruto dumbfounded on the spot. Isn't this invincible? Feeling a few chakras outside, Naruto's chrysanthemums tightened. No, we can't let the old man ape fly know. Then give him a big surprise. Hee hee. Bang! Two huge nine-tailed chakra hands grabbed out of the window. In the blink of an eye, several members of the dark surveillance outside the window were crushed into blood droplets. Looking at his masterpiece, Naruto nodded in satisfaction and then withdrew from the nine-tailed chakra mode. The system is really awesome. I have to play now, hee hee. By the way, these eyes can also be used, right? I didn't have a chakra before, but now that I have a major supplier of chakras, Jiuwei, I can still make a few shipments. However, this force is too strong. Well, we won't expose it for now, let's keep it as a killing move. After all, the enemies we will face in the future can be said to have extraordinary strength. What's going on with those two golden claws? In the office of the monkey flying sun / in the Huiying building. An old man wearing a fiery red hat stared at the crystal ball in front of him with an incredulous gaze. That's right, this is the ape flying sun / that is secretly observing Naruto using the telescope technique. Is it that guy from Jiuwei who ran out? The monkey flying sun's heart couldn't help but thump. No, we need to go and take another look. If something happens, I'm afraid I might not be able to sit comfortably in my position. Whoosh! A figure quickly jumped down from the window and fled towards the distance. Inside the Naruto wooden house. There was such a big commotion just now, and the old man ape flying may have some doubts about coming to test me. Well, we need to come up with an explanation. Dong 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 dong, Naruto, your third-generation grandfather has come to see you. A gentle and kind voice came from outside the door. Did this old thing come over so soon? What an old fox. However, Jiuwei is still staying well inside his brother's body. Even if you keep thinking about it and your scalp explodes, you probably can't think of it. Haha. Naruto naturally walked forward and opened the door. Click! An elderly man with a kind face and a fiery red hat appeared in front of Naruto. Humph, this old thing is walking so quickly. Surprisingly, he didn't even change his outfit and rushed over. Oh, it's Grandpa Huiying, come in. Naruto said and gestured towards the monkey flying sun / Next, bring a stool and place it in front of the monkey flying sun slayer. Not bad, not bad. It seems that my last brainwashing operation was quite successful. Ape flying sun / watched Naruto's actions with a pleased smile on his face. However, he did not sit down, but walked forward and placed his hands on Naruto's stomach, as if sensing something. Naruto was also fearless, standing in place for him to touch. After all, the seal is still there, and he can't sense it even after drying it. Pup Naruto looked awkwardly at the old man in front of him. Just now, he farted. Pup! A loud bang struck again. The refreshing fragrance that rushed towards him made Ape Flying Sun / retreat a few meters in an instant, without any time to think. Ahem. Naruto, Grandpa has something else to attend to. I'll come see you another day. The monkey Flying Sun took a momentary step and jumped down from the window. Oh, let me go. Naruto, this kid has eaten something, it really stinks. Ape Flying Sun / couldn't bear this poisonous gas bomb. Just now, he had checked and the seal was not loose. Originally, he intended to stay and inquire about the situation of the Golden Claw. But now it's important to save your life. Hee hee. Looking at the embarrassed appearance of Ape Flying Sun slaying and hastily retreating, Naruto showed a sinister smile. That's right, not long ago, he specially ate food that can produce gas, just to give this old man a big gift. Naruto, wearing a homemade gas mask, looked at the monkey Flying Sun slayer who had been smoked and fled, feeling like he was truly stepping on a horse to relieve stress. System, release the 9 tails. Okay, host. In the blink of an eye, a cute little fox with 9 tails appeared again in front of Naruto. Xiaojiu, come here. I have something to discuss with you. Naruto waved towards Koko. Jiuwei saw Naruto's gesture and walked over with a swaying motion. Master, what can I do for you? Jiuwei blinked his 2 orange-yellow eyes and asked obediently. I have a plan, which is to have you come out and cause destruction. Naruto showed an evil smile and looked at little 9 tails dumbfounded. It's not asking you to do some heinous bad things. Well, it's simply about causing damage, destroying houses, and so on. However, we cannot kill anyone. Naruto added. Well, no problem. Master, wrap it around me. Jiuwei reached out his little hand and patted his belly. In the office of the Monkey Flying Sun / in the Huiying building. As soon as Monkey Flying Sun / sat down, a sound came from his ear. Lord Huiying, Jiuwei. Jiuwei has entered the village again. The shadow captain stumbled in, his speech a bit awkward. Where is it? Didn't I just go check the seal on that Naruto kid's body? Is that okay? The Monkey Flying Sun / was somewhat shocked. Is it because I am old and useless? Has the perception been so poor? Impossible, absolutely impossible. Let's go, take me to take a look. Ape Flying Sun / took a big pipe in his mouth and took a deep breath before rushing over under the leadership of Captain Shadow. In a moment, a 9-tailed fox with a violent and oppressive aura appeared in front of Ape Flying Sun / This Ape Flying Sun / looked at the huge object in front of him, but his heart was also at a loss. Do you want to fight? If we don't use that move, we won't be able to fight at all. But even if you use that move, you'll end up dead. Monkey Flying Sun / felt a wave of confusion in his heart. No matter what, go for it. For the will of fire in my heart, I seal up. Secret technique. Ghost seal. Just as he was about to say the last word, the terrifying chakra wave suddenly disappeared. Where did it go? Ape Flying Sun / glanced into the distance and saw all the shadows of 9 tails. Feeling the disappearance of the 9 tails aura, Ape Flying Sun / was so frightened that he collapsed on the ground, staring blankly into the distance. Ha ha. Naruto retrieved the 9 tails from the system warehouse and was hiding not far away. Seeing the setbacks of the Monkey Flying Sun / I almost couldn't hold back and laughed. Monkey Flying Old Dog, my respected Hokage Grandpa. I didn't expect you to have this day too. Haha. It's okay, it will be even more exciting in the future. Do I have another one? Wait. The ape flew to look around, and found that other people around were staring at him with a strange look, and suddenly blush turned red. Fire. Lord Huiying. Get lost. The shadow captain on the side was about to say something when he was blocked by the Ape Flying Sunday. Is this still the kind-hearted Fire Shadow Lord on weekdays? Captain Shadow looked at the old man in front of him with an incredulous expression on his face. Cough. Sensing his loss of control, Ape Flying Sun / hurriedly said, I was wrong earlier. Don't take it to heart. I am still your kind Lord Hokage. Joking, he still understands that those who win hearts will win the world. I almost broke my appearance, it's so close. Chapter 7. Going to School. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. 2 days ago, Monkey Flying Raju approached Naruto again and told him about arranging ninja school for him. Naruto listened attentively. After all, he was already 6 years old and had reached the age to go to school. For the past 2 years, Ape Flying Sun / has occasionally used the telescope technique to observe Naruto's every move. However, Naruto is also practicing with caution, trying not to reveal his true strength. Naruto grew his hair slender and dressed up as a graceful cultivator, with his iconic 6-fox whiskers shaved off. After finishing all of this, Naruto realized that he was actually quite handsome. Wearing a handsome and stylish blue cloak, Naruto walked up to the mirror and gazed at his current self. It has to be said that it doesn't match the unkempt and sporty young man from the original work at all. The sharp facial features, captivating purple eyes, and robust physique give people a feeling of immense strength. In the past 2 years, Naruto has also occasionally restocked in the store, and nutrition has not been neglected. He is also much taller than Naruto in the original work, with a slight hint of melancholy in his eyes, but it also adds a bit of mystery to him. However, for the past 2 years, Naruto was not idle and had been trying to persuade the 9 tails inside the iron cage to surrender. Whenever there was something delicious or fun, Naruto would run over to share it with them. As time went by, the distance between the two gradually narrowed. Not long ago, one person and one fox unexpectedly reconciled by punching each other. Naruto has 2 9 tails, and the amplification of the 9 tails chakra mode has also been greatly improved. Its power can be said to have doubled, which also makes him extremely happy. During this period, the system occasionally released some check-in tasks, but they had nothing to do with generous rewards, all of which were advanced ninjutsu. Therefore, within 2 years, Naruto also learned a lot of ninjutsu. What Naruto didn't expect was that now when he walks on the street or goes shopping, there won't be any villagers deliberately making things difficult for him. Naruto attributes all of this to the 3rd generation. Now, as long as the old man Ape Fei doesn't come to trouble him, he won't go too far and release the 2 9 tails to make him happy. On that day, Sendai personally came to Naruto's house and explained some things about the ninja school to him, asking him to be mentally prepared and report to the school the day after tomorrow. In addition, I specially bought a decent-looking red backpack with a fiery red fox on top. Although it looked a bit ugly, Naruto still accepted it. After all, it was also a gesture of goodwill from the elderly. After Sendai left, Naruto quickly closed the doors and windows to prevent Sendai from peeking. Then, carefully summoning the 2 9 tails. To Naruto's surprise, the usually proud and charming Kyo became good friends with the Kyo that came out of the system's big gift package. At this moment, 2 little foxes were chasing and playing in Naruto's house. System, clocking in personal attribute panel. Host. Naruto Vortex, age. 9 years old, constitution. 11, power. 9, spirit. 10, speed. 10.5, the above attributes have an average value of 1 for ordinary men, chakra. 10,000 plus cards, pet full version of 9-tailed 2, personality charm. 0 ninjutsu. Stand-in technique, splitting technique, big jade spiral pill, multiple shadow splitting technique, 9-tailed chakra hand, instant body technique, spiral chaos pill, spiral absorption pill, mini spiral hand sword, puzzle star spiral pill, immortal technique spiral pill, immortal technique tail beast jade, spiral hand sword, tail beast jade spiral hand sword, tail beast transformation, tail beast jade, Ultra Mini Tail Beast Jade. Transmission Chakra, Wind Escape Spiral Hand Sword, Melt Escape. Spiral Hand Sword, Immortal Technique Super Large Jade Spiral Hand Sword, Immortal Technique Super Large Jade Spiral Hand Sword, Color Attraction Technique, Reverse Hogong Technique, Golden Will Rebirth Explosion, Silver Will Rebirth Explosion, Flying Thunder God's Art, Telescopes Art, Dirty Earth's Rebirth Art, Subordinate. 0. One card is approximately equal to the total amount of Upper Ninja Banner Mukakashi Chakra. The biggest gain for Naruto in the past 2 years is that he has taught all the ninjutsu techniques taught by the original Naruto. However, although I have drawn a few ninjutsus, the most useful ones are the Flying Thunder God, Telescope Technique, and Multi-Shadow Clone Technique. Sometimes when Naruto is bored, he will monitor the monkey flying sun / in his room. It's always fun. Even if you're tired of playing, you can use the Flying Thunder God and take a walk outside. As for the technique of rebirth from the filthy soil, it is too evil and Naruto currently does not intend to use it. Not bad. Naruto looked at his attribute panel and nodded in satisfaction. Brother, do you still need to learn this strength? Forget it, at this age, what can I do without going to school? 2 days later. Naruto woke up early and cooked himself a steak, paired with the most expensive milk, and a freshly cooked large meat bun, and began to enjoy it deliciously. For Naruto today, going to school is just to experience life and let him feel the joy of being ordinary. Walking on the street, Naruto saw many adults taking their children to school, and the children's faces were also filled with happy smiles. When Naruto arrived at the school gate, many people had already gathered, mostly accompanied by their parents, except for among those children, Naruto also saw some familiar faces. Cold Noodle Pineapple Head Deer Pill, Pink Long Hair Sakura, Cool Male Sasuke, and Little Fatty Dwarf Ding Ci chewing snacks. Beside these people, Naruto, were all seen for the first time, but Sasuke seemed to give himself a strange feeling, making him involuntarily take a few more glances. Sasuke also felt Naruto's gaze at this moment, frowned, and looked towards him. The parents on the side quickly noticed Naruto's arrival and quickly pulled their children to the front. Did you see that yellow-haired kid? Don't get involved with him. Stay away from that little ghost, he will bring you disaster. You absolutely can't be friends with that child, okay? Despite speaking softly, Naruto still vaguely heard it. However, he didn't have the time to deal with these people. Now, he just wants to experience campus life happily. Lumaru, who looked a bit lazy with his waist crossed, glanced at Naruto curiously and whispered, "This guy can still remain calm in the face of these words. It's really not easy." "You see, that boy is a bit handsome," said Ino, who had light golden long hair in the mountains, as he saw Naruto's handsome face and quickly grabbed Sakura, who was secretly looking at Sasuke. "Oh, what are you doing?" Xiaoying impatiently glanced her head over. Facing each other, Sakura was also somewhat surprised. Who is this guy? Surprisingly, he is on par with Sasuke's appearance, but he still prefers Sasuke Jun. Then he turned his head away and ignored Inoue. Inoue looked at Naruto and felt that he was indeed quite handsome. Why didn't he understand his broad forehead? Naruto walked up to the bulletin board, which read about the allocation of new classes, but the front was already crowded, so Naruto stopped. "Naruto. I just checked it for you by the way. We are all students of Class A in first grade." A familiar voice entered Naruto's ear. Naruto turned his head and saw that he was a bit shy. Hinata, who was looking down, was standing next to him. "It's Hinata." "Thank you." Naruto looked at Hinata's rosy face and spoke. As they spoke, they took Hinata's hand and came together to Class A of the first grade. Hinata didn't resist and followed Naruto, but her face turned even redder and she looked adorable. The seats at the ninja school have some characteristics, especially in its classrooms where the seats are arranged in a stepped pattern. However, the classroom area looks much smaller than what Naruto had in his past life, and it feels like it can only accommodate around 20 people. At this moment, the classroom had already crowded with many people. Naruto quickly grabbed Hinata's hand and walked to the middle position, sitting down. Chapter 8. Provocation. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. As soon as Naruto's buttocks were firmly seated, an unpleasant sound came from behind. Yellow-haired kid, get out of here and don't sit in front of me. Naruto turned around and saw a slightly chubby boy with a mischievous expression on his face. It's just that, why don't you get out of here? The two tall and thin men next to the boy stared at Naruto with malicious intent. Soon, a group of people's eyes swept towards this side, as if they were all planning to watch a good show. Bang! Naruto didn't waste his time either. He kicked over and a chubby figure flew out, knocking over two tables behind him. He fell to the ground in pain, holding onto his stomach and shouting loudly. Two tall and thin individuals saw this and clenched their fists to strike from both sides. Instant body technique, Naruto didn't hesitate either. He dodged and grabbed his fist, throwing it at the door of the two people. Bang 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 bang. The two of them couldn't dodge and were punched hard on their faces. They curled up on the side, covering their faces. It hurt so much. You damn thing. How painful. Damn little devil. Naruto placed his hands on his hips, looked at the three people in front of him, and then sat down as if nothing had happened. Who else wants to trouble me? Give it a try. After Naruto finished speaking, he sat quietly in his seat. Naruto is really annoying, but since he has crossed over to this kid, he shouldn't let these small troubles affect his fun at school. Others saw this scene and quickly averted their gaze, afraid of receiving the same treatment. Naruto. So amazing. Hinata, who was standing beside him, saw Naruto's great power and immediately developed a new fondness for him. It's really troublesome. I encountered such a thing from the beginning. Lumaru held his cheek with one hand and looked at Naruto helplessly. That guy. Maybe he can become my opponent. Sasuke watched as Naruto cleanly ended the battle and secretly compared his strength with Naruto's. Sakura looked at the somewhat violent Naruto and said, well, how could such a person be in the same class as herself? The classroom was slowly filled with people, and Naruto was secretly observing them. Quickly, a man dressed in a unique costume of Mai, with a horizontal scar on his nose bridge, appeared to be in his 20s and walked in. After he came in, the classroom instantly became much quieter. The man didn't say anything and turned around and wrote 5 words on the blackboard. Hey Irika. Classmates, I will be your teacher. My name is on the blackboard. In the future, please give me more guidance. After speaking, his gaze quickly scanned the classroom. When he saw Naruto, a hint of pain flashed in his eyes, but then he returned to calmness. Teacher Irika. The yellow-haired one just hit someone. A gentle-looking boy in a row stood up, pointed at Naruto, and shouted loudly. Upon seeing this, Irika turned his head and intertwined his gaze with Naruto's. Naruto, is what he said true? Did you really hit someone? I called. Naruto calmly looked at him without any expression of fear or unease on his face. Naruto, how did you become like this? Irika looked at Naruto and wanted to say something, but the words on his lips were forcefully swallowed back by him. He knew that Naruto had not been disciplined by his parents since childhood, which is why he became what he is today. He have had the same experience, but he did not give him better guidance. Naruto, anyway, hitting someone is not right. After school, come to my office and let's have a good chat. Teacher, Naruto didn't mean to hit anyone. It was the boys who just scolded Naruto first, saying he was in the eye and asked him to roll to another place to sit, and then Naruto hit them. As soon as Irika finished speaking, a weak voice came from the side. Naruto looked at Hinata, who stood up to speak for him, and couldn't help but be taken aback. This little girl, has her courage increased? Upon hearing this, Iruka breathed a sigh of relief. Naruto, although they scolded you first, you can't take action. You should know, hitting someone doesn't solve the problem. You guys, come to my office after school. Cut, come on, I'm afraid of you. To be honest, Naruto is not very satisfied with the way Iruka is handled. Others are so arrogant, so why not tolerate it? Do we need to reason? What a joke. As the saying goes, if a person does not offend me, I will not offend them. If a person offends me, even if they are far away, they will be executed. After handling the matter, Iruka showed a bright smile and said, "All right, classmates, let's introduce ourselves now. Well, let's start with me. My name is Heialuka. My favorite food is Yile Lamian noodles. My dream is to become the best teacher. So, now it's your time." Then, according to the seating order, everyone began to introduce themselves. Most boys want to become powerful ninjas, while a small portion want to become Hokage and protect the village. Girls want to become medical ninjas and help others, while Sakura hopes to become the best medical ninja. It wasn't long before Naruto arrived. Everyone also had a glimmer of anticipation for this arrogant and mysterious guy, and turned their gaze towards him. My name is Naruto Vortex. My favorite food is Japanese sashimi. Next is Yile Lamian noodles. As for my dream, you may not believe it when you speak it out. My dream is world peace. With my own strength, I will eliminate all the darkness in the world. I will use my light to illuminate the dark path ahead of you. Ha ha. Damn it, what did I hear? I can't do it anymore, I'm going to laugh myself to death. Prepare a stretcher for me quickly. Iruka, standing on the stage, was also suppressed by Naruto's words and remained in place for a moment. Iruka looked at Naruto's determined gaze and felt that he should say something. Naruto, your idea is good, but now is the era of peace, you. Teacher Iruka, you don't have to say it anymore. I have made up my mind. If there really comes a day, my body will definitely block everyone's way. Naruto's gaze was blazing with fire, and he spoke again. Naruto. Your dream is really great. Iruka looked at Naruto in front of him with a contented expression. Naruto, you are indeed somewhat different from others. My name is Yamanaka Ino, and my favorite foods are mini tomatoes and pudding. My dream is to open my own flower shop. My name is Chiu Dao Ding, my favorite food is grilled meat, and my dream is to become fatter. My dad said that our family's fat people generally don't have too bad strength. My name is Nara Lumaru, and my favorite food is steamed bluefin fish in miso soup. My dream is to live a simple life without so much trouble. After the last person finished introducing, Iruka clapped her hands and began today's lesson. The ninja school initially taught some boring theoretical knowledge. To be honest, compared to his previous life's math and English, Naruto fell asleep on the table while listening. Naruto. Naruto. Hinata looked at Naruto, who was drooling from sleep, and helplessly shook his body with his hands. In a daze, Naruto opened his eyes. A cute little girl appeared in front of her. It's Hinata. Naruto looked towards other parts of the class, and at this moment, the class was a bit noisy, and the classmates were whispering something, as if it was during break time. Little fatty Chiu Dao took out several bentos from the drawer, along with a pack of potato chips, and began to wolf them down into his mouth. Hey, Dinxi, eat less. Look at how fat you are now, still eating. Lumaru shook his head helplessly as he looked at Ding Xi, who was brushing food into his mouth before him. It's okay, my dad told me that the power of our family's secret techniques is accumulated through food. The fatter the body, the stronger the strength. Hee hee. As Ding Xi spoke, he also picked himself a piece of meat. Naruto looked at the people around him eating breakfast and suddenly felt hungry again. Just as I was about to take out the canned beef I had bought before, a sound came from beside me. Naruto. I brought 2 bentos, do you want to eat them? Naruto looked at Hinata, whose cheeks were slightly red, and said politely, thank you. Hinata, then I won't be polite. Okay. Okay, Naruto. Naruto excitedly opens the bento given by Uchiha, which contains rice and vegetable roll, sushi, sashimi, undoubtedly a member of the Hinata clan, truly wealthy. Naruto picked up a piece of salmon and put it in his mouth. It bounced and tasted really delicious. Watching Naruto eating his sushi at lightning speed, Hinata's face showed a blush, revealing a shallow dimple and stealing pleasure from the side. Chapter 9. Lumaru's Birthday. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. In the afternoon, it has been a long-standing tradition for ninja schools to hold the opening ceremony. The third-generation Hokage monkey Flying Sun stood on the stage with a straight face, brainwashing many students. Naruto could hear the sound of snoring. Mai is the place we rely on for survival. You should know that every year, Mai gives birth to many new ninjas who will grow strong and become towering trees, guarding our village together and inheriting the will of fire bestowed upon us by the first and second generations of Hokage. Naruto has to admit that this old man's understanding of the will of fire can be said to be extremely thorough, but for him, it is simply more difficult than attending Irika's theoretical class. This boring speech lasted for over 3 hours, which shows that the understanding of the will of fire among the 3 generations has reached a level that is difficult for ordinary people to reach. After the ceremony, Naruto was called to the office by Irika. Naruto sat solemnly in a chair, listening to Irika's chatter and occasionally responding with a few words. The other few people on the other side, perhaps afraid of being beaten, hid together on the other side of the wall. Naruto, I know you didn't do it on purpose. You can't do it again next time, okay? Well, okay. Naruto doesn't want to say much either. Sometimes, the more you talk back, the more the other person has something to say. Naruto doesn't have much interest in listening to his speech, so when it's over, he'll just leave in time. Unconsciously, 2 years have passed. Days are as plain as water, and during the ninja school period, Naruto also met many people. Naruto. That afternoon, after school, as soon as Naruto walked out of the classroom, a hand appeared next to him and placed it on his shoulder. Naruto, today is my birthday. Would you like to go have barbecue together tonight? Naruto turned his head and saw that it was Pineapple Head Deer Maru. Well, no problem. Naruto turned around and nodded. Then let's meet at the 8 o'clock barbecue restaurant. Lumaru waved his hand and walked towards the distance, as if inviting others. Naruto immediately accelerated his pace and rushed home, intending to change into a good-looking outfit and dress up a bit more with a card face before setting off. Around 8 p.m., Naruto arrived at the entrance of the barbecue restaurant on time. At this moment, it was time for dinner and there were many people sitting in the shop, but most of them were Konoha ninjas. Barbecue, which is considered a luxury item in Wooden Leaves, is generally reluctant to be eaten by ordinary people. Naruto glanced over and saw a large table inside, which was already mostly filled with people he knew. Naruto looked to one side and his gaze suddenly froze. Sasuke and Sakura sat together for a rare moment. Ino seemed to be interested in Naruto and chose to sit next to him, while Hinata refused to be outdone and sat on the other side of Naruto. Naruto felt 2 extremely strong thoughts falling on him, sat upright and looked ahead. Lumaru, Ding Xiai, and Jina sat in a row together. 9 of the 12 strong Wooden Leaves suddenly arrived. As soon as Ding sat down, he picked up the menu and started scrolling through the places. In no time, the little sister walked over with plates of fresh and tempting meat slices. Although the table was large, it was quickly filled with plates of meat slices. Everyone was chatting and laughing while eating. Naruto unabashedly grabbed a plump and tender steak, dipped it in sauce, and put it in his mouth to taste it deliciously. Naruto felt a bit emotional that things in the world of Hokage are aimed at being natural, pollution-free, and uncontaminated. With just a casual touch, they can arouse people's deep-seated appetite. Self-grilled meat, on the one hand, has a great atmosphere, and on the other hand, you can do it yourself, making it more enjoyable to eat. However, even in this situation, Shino remained silent, like a transparent person, making it somewhat puzzling. Naruto looked at the man covered in insects and sighed helplessly. It took everyone about an hour and a half to finish this meal. Ding Ci covered his pregnant belly and leaned back on the chair with satisfaction. After a moment, Ding Ci took out his most cherished snack gift package and handed it to Lumaru with both hands. Lumaru, this is my favorite snack for you. Happy birthday. Thank you, Ding Ci. This is the best gift I have ever received. Lumaru looked at the sky and suddenly thought of the scene of him eating snacks for the first time. Lumaru, lying on the chair, eating snacks, looking at the sky, the most enjoyable. A voice slowly emerged in his mind. Ino took out an exquisite gift box and handed it to Lumaru with a smile. Happy birthday. Lumaru. Upon seeing this, others also took out their prepared gifts and handed them over. Later on, only Naruto and Sasuke remained. Sasuke was a bit embarrassed. He left in a hurry just now and forgot to bring a gift. Now, cough. I'll treat this barbecue to you, let's treat it as a gift. Naruto looked at Sasuke with a sense of helplessness. Because this was originally his plan, unfortunately, he also forgot to prepare. Why, Naruto, you guy, you didn't bring a gift, did you? Xiaoying joked. Lumaru, Naruto also has a good impression of him. As for the gift, it still needs to be given. Cut, who didn't bring it? Watch it. Naruto grabbed with both hands and a bouquet of purple hyacinths in bud appeared in his hand. This. Everyone was stunned when they saw this incredible scene. There were no signs at all, as if they appeared out of thin air. Hee. Brother has a system warehouse that can accommodate all things, so I'll ask which one of you can create things out of thin air. Naruto remained calm and composed, staring at everyone before finally landing on Lumaru. Lumaru, this flower is for you. The flower language of Hyacinth is to ignite the fire of life. I hope you can have your own dream and bravely pursue it. Although, I know, you think dreams are troublesome, what's the difference between a person without dreams and a salted fish? I hope your future life will be more colorful, full of passion and hope. Happy birthday. Naruto handed the flowers to Lumaru and said passionately. At this moment, Naruto felt a raging flame burning in his heart, because for the first time, he realized that he was so capable of blowing. Naruto, thank you. I really like your gift. Lumaru was also moved by Naruto's words, and he realized that there was someone around him who knew him so well. Naruto. I don't know what Naruto will give me on my birthday. Could it be a more beautiful flower? Hinata looked at the beautiful and moving flower on the side, with a look of envy on his face, and he was a bit mesmerized by it. With short black hair, 2 red marks on his face, and a white little dog standing on his shoulder, Inuzuka curled his lips and said, cut. Naruto, this guy. He can really pretend. Naruto, how did he do it? Sasuke looked at Naruto with a shocked expression on his face. He couldn't imagine how Naruto was transformed by any means, even he couldn't do it, so, next, it's time to eat the cake. Lumaru smiled mysteriously and clapped her hands. Quickly, a little girl wearing casual jeans and a blue short shirt pushed a 3-layer white cream cake out, gently placed the cake on the table. Naruto was the first to bear the brunt and lit candles. Happy birthday to you. Naruto skillfully sang the most memorable birthday song from his past life, and others also responded. Lumaru. Make a wish now. Ding Ci rarely stopped his snack and looked at Lumaru with an expectant expression. Hup, alright. So, let's start eating the cake. Few as Lumaru's hands began to fall, the delicious and tempting cream cake was divided into 16 pieces. Here. Lumaru was handed over one by one. At this moment, Naruto gave a sly smile and quickly pulled over, heading towards Lumaru's face. Happy birthday, Lumaru. Lumaru didn't expect Naruto to have such a skill, and he couldn't dodge for a moment. His face was covered in cream. Naruto, you guy. Ah. I'll come too. The other few people were unwilling to be outdone, and a major melee broke out. Half an hour later, everyone was exhausted and leaned back on chairs, with several white marks appearing on each person's faces. After the party ended, everyone went back to their homes. Naruto bid farewell to everyone and walked back alone. Chapter 10. Learning the Art of Clone. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. The next day. Naruto arrived at the classroom and found that the atmosphere was a bit off. The classmates in the class stared eagerly at Iruka on the podium, as if there was something good going on. Iruka stood on the podium and slowly spoke up, "Classmates, today we are studying the art of separation, one of the 3 body techniques." What? It's a clone technique. Great. I've always wanted to learn something practical, theoretical is so boring. Great. Upon hearing this, the students were able to learn ninjutsu, as if they had been beaten with chicken blood. Although it is the simplest clone technique, it still fills them with anticipation. Although the clone technique is simple with only 3 seals, whether it can be fast and good really tests the caster's control over chakra. After speaking, Iruka personally took the initiative and said, "Jian." He deliberately slowed down the printing speed to allow his classmates to see more clearly. Bang, just as the seal was completed, a white smoke suddenly burst out next to Iruka. As the smoke dissipated, another identical Iruka appeared in front of the crowd. When the students saw this scene, they were all extremely excited and wished to start learning immediately. Naruto lay on a nearby chair, lost in interest because he had already mastered this kind of ninjutsu. Alright, now it's your practice time. Everyone will take turns demonstrating on stage, and I'll help you make some corrections. Before Iruka could finish speaking, a student stood up from their chair. Learning from the appearance of Iruka, I formed some unfamiliar seals. At a glance, only Lumaru, Hinata, Sasuke, several students from big families did not practice. For them, this basic ninjutsu is no longer familiar, and some even have mastered family secrets. There's no way, often family background is also one of the factors that constrain strength. After more than half an hour, Iruka walked into the classroom again. Alright, now, the first student, we can start. Sitting in the first row, there was the gentle-looking boy who nervously walked up. Her hands trembled as she began to imprint, although her posture was still standard, her movements were a bit clumsy. Bang, the smoke dissipated and a figure appeared on the podium. This figure looks somewhat similar to the boy, but its face is pale and devoid of blood. It lies on the ground, with widened eyeballs that are about to fall out. Iruka looked at the scene before him, feeling quite helpless, but patiently explained it to the boy. Next, the students came on stage one by one, most of them in strange shapes, and some even remained unchanged, with only 1 or 2 remaining to watch. Next, Chunai Sakura. Xiaoying was called to her name and walked up confidently. Hand in hand, calmly seal. Bang, the smoke cleared away, and there was an identical Sakura on the platform. The 2 of them looked at Sasuke with a smile and said, "How's it going?" Sasuke, "I did pretty well, didn't I?" Sasuke tilted his head and stared at Naruto, who was beside him in a daze, without seeing any action from Sakura. However, other students looked at Sakura on stage with envy. Next, Sasuke. Sasuke, with his hands in his pockets and a straight face, walked up. Iruka looked at the list on the roster and just looked up. Bang! An identical Sasuke immediately appeared in front of him. Not bad. Upon hearing this, Sasuke put his hands in his pockets and walked calmly down. Next, Naruto. Has it been my turn yet? Naruto stood up, crossed his hands, placed them behind him, and walked up, appearing like a leader. Humph, Naruto, this guy. Although it felt a bit eye-piercing, Sasuke still straightened his body slightly and carefully looked at Naruto on stage. Naruto. Come on. Sitting in the back row, Hinata looked at Naruto on stage and silently cheered him on. Whoosh! Naruto quickly raised his hands and crossed his fingers. Not yet in. Bang! Habitually glancing at the roster, Iruka was about to lift his head when he heard a cheer. Teacher, he has completed it. A classmate exclaimed in shock. What? Bang! 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 As he lifted his head, one Naruto after another crowded the classroom. What the hell? Iruka looked at dozens of Naruto facing him in amazement. The students on the side also exploded in an instant, chatting and discussing one by one. How did this guy do it? Look, that guy is so amazing. How could it be? Well, he just got a seal, it's so fast that I can't even see it clearly. Many Naruto. Little fatty Ding Ci was so shocked that his snack fell to the ground and he forgot to pick it up. He looked at the pile of Naruto in front of him with disbelief. Well, with so many clones, what's going on also? This doesn't seem like a regular clone technique, does it? Just now, Iruka was surprised to find that she couldn't see through Naruto's true self. Is that so? Is this a multiple shadow clone technique with a higher level than the clone technique? Naruto, this guy. What's going on? Damn it. Sasuke looked at dozens of Naruto in front of him, pounding the table with some anger, feeling like a raging storm in his heart. Lumaru remained calm and relaxed, holding his chin with one hand and feeling a bit helpless. Naruto, this guy really can cause trouble. Iruka coughed lightly and said, cough. Naruto, it's okay, let's scatter the clone. Naruto's mind moved and dozens of people disappeared instantly. Classmates, everyone should take Naruto as a role model and strive to reach this level one day. Iruka carries a sense of pride, inspiring the students in front of him. But unfortunately, the students did not bird him, perhaps feeling immense pressure and instead feeling a bit discouraged. The level of Sakura and Sasuke just now is quite reasonable. Can how fat this Nima is. After school, Sasuke left the classroom with a black line on his face. Damn it. Naruto, when did he become so strong? Sasuke felt more and more unhappy as he thought about it. No, I have to work harder to cultivate. I am a genius ninja of the Uchiha clan, and I cannot be surpassed by that guy Naruto. Sasuke, wait for me. Sakura, who had long pink hair, quickly followed suit. Sasuke, are you free today? I would like to treat you to a meal. Sakura followed Sasuke calmly and leisurely. No time, don't bother me. Also, I hate you. Sasuke quickened his pace as he spoke. Sasuke. Sakura looked at Sasuke who had gone far away, shedding tears and walking towards another path. Ha ha. Watching Sasuke walk out of the classroom with a black line on his face, Naruto inexplicably felt refreshed in his heart. Sasuke, this guy, you still have a sour expression on your face. I'm not the original crane tail. Naruto walked out of the classroom with his pants pockets in his hands and happily. Naruto. Hinata stood not far away, watching Naruto disappear, feeling indescribable in his heart.